hold on. I got a cough.
Oh.
5 minutes.
Oh, she's muted. I thought she was just gagging.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just silent.
I'm really concerned.
If you remove the audio, you just look like this.
Yeah. I mean,
like truly.
I did 8 hours of clients today, plus a half-hour consultation with a undergrad in Ohio on a research project.
A research project?
I don't think you're adding. I don't think you're adding to forgiving.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
We'll have a nice lie down.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I am sick, but we're playing a game.
I'm sick.
I'm concerned.
I'm alright.
I'm concerned. We're all concerned for Megan's well-being. She needs a cup of tea and a nap.
Tea, that was what I meant to make when I got home. Hi, Skullman.
Hello.
Skullman.
How's it going?
Oh my gosh. So welcome. We're getting ready to go to PAX Unplugged.
Oh yeah.
That's happening really soon.
Really soon.
But keep in mind, before PAX Unplug is also Thanksgiving.
Yes, which is Thursday.
For some of us is leisure time. For some of us it is travel. For some of us it is restorative. For some of us it is not. Just
Which one are you?
I think it's gonna be good. My sister has a 3-year-old, who's flying from the East Coast to the West Coast, and so he will wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So there will be lots of restorative family relationship time. Really hours, which is not restorative for my personal.
Scott, man, resubscribe for 8 months.
Got it.
Woo!
8 months.
Pirate's life indeed.
That is awesome. Wandering Shrink, hello! Wandering Shrink is awesome because Wandering Shrink is helping to ensure that one of our new projects here at Geeks Like Us is happening.
She's doing
That's what I hear.
job.
Yes. For those who don't know, we have a new podcast called Brain Noodles.
Yeah.
Where it's myself, Dr. Rachel, Dr. Sarah, and Dr. Kelly. We all sit around and chat about whatever the heck's on our mind.
Noodle.
Pretty great.
We noodle. We noodle about.
It's awesome.
It's almost like you're sharing your views.
Yes. But not quite.
Percolated.
A lot less talking over on everybody.
True.
But that is a lot of fun. No, all but of us except for Rachel are going to be an Unplugged.
Is it released yet? Is Brain Noodles released?
Yes, the first 2 episodes are out. We have to do, something has to happen with the RSS feed. It has to be a couple of weeks old or something for it to actually be on all the places where podcasts are. But the Geeks Like Us webpage, just geekslikeus.com, there's a little sub-tab on the side that says Brain Noodles. That's where you can listen to them right now. Hopefully in the next few weeks they'll be on Spotify and iTunes and all the
I'll bet magically that link will appear in the chat.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Through magic. Well, the timing of the chat and that. You should just do it now. And then by the time the chat and the video catch up,
I'm thinking
we'll have done it.
I'm thinking hard.
We've done it really. We already did it. It's there. It's already there.
Ta-da!
Come on.
I did it.
I think I did it.
That's the extent of your magic.
Yes.
I'm smacking it into existence.
Ba-bum.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, I just put it there.
All along.
It was kind of like my
heart.
Inside of us.
It's the power of friendship.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I've got the To Prep or Not to Prep panel on Friday, which that one should be a lot of fun. We're going to just be chatting about how much prep work do you do for your games, what's useful, what's not so useful, and debating therein. I think it's going to be really interesting because we're going to talk about things like for live games, terrain prep, for stream games, map prep, and how much time to put into each of those and the tools we use to get the most out of our prep and figuring out what that balance is.
I'm on that panel.
Yeah. You are on that panel.
Adam's going to contrast by telling everybody not to prep at all.
I'm going to say I was prepping this as I was setting up tonight. So
I have definitely run games
It's not a heavy.
with my notes include cat statue. I run 90 minutes.
That is brilliant.
I would love to say that is a lie, but I have 100% seen
Meet in town. King ___. To be named King.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the name of my newest king in my homebrew setting. King __.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're kind of like King.
The fourth.
All you really have to know to improvise is basic story construction. That's what I'm talking about. Is how, if you understand the principles of story arcs and like scene construction, you can improvise a lot with freedom because you understand how scenes are built.
Also, talk in funny voices whenever you're nervous.
Yes. Speaking of that, I just got Timothy Hickston's book on world building. He does the YouTube series Hello Future Me. Which,
I had a player who was telling me how awesome that was.
It's so good.
Awesome. I recommend it.
Yeah, he did a video on writing about mental health.
Yeah, it's so good.
Rachel shared that on Twitter, and I bookmarked it and watched the first.
Very good.
It's so well done.
Yeah.
Like, I was so nervous to watch it because I've loved all of his stuff. I'm like, oh god, is this going to be bad? And he talked about it from a really intricate, so great way to talk about things. And his study of world building and everything is great. So I highly recommend it. And I got his book because I want to support the cool stuff he does, and I'm taking more tips from him. So
That's
awesome.
Any other announcements?
For PAX Unplugged, Take This is going to have 2 panels. And ironically, for the Prep or Not to Prep panel, one of ours is on conflict resolution at the game table. And everybody on that is going to teach you specific skills for how to resolve some interpersonal conflict at the game table. And Megan, I think I still need yours.
what?
That's the irony part.
This is a great example of some conflict happening at the table.
We're gonna
Very meta.
it's
Very
some people
meta.
on that panel. It's going to include Megan. It's going to include Adam Davis, and it's going to include Jack, Berkenstock, and who? Oh, one of the Kilmers. Elizabeth's on that one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Dr. Elizabeth Kilmer, and yeah, so it's going to be a good one. And then on Sunday, we are going to be doing development in Dragons, how to scale back the rules to play with young kids in established systems. And we're going to have Kelly Dunlap. We're going to have Virginia Spielman, who these two know from the Critical Core development. And we're also going to have Randall Hampton.
Yeah.
Yay!
And also, Randall will be doing caricatures at the Take This Hope booth on Friday and Saturday, and Kelly the Opera Geek will be making an appearance on Friday.
Will she sing?
I have specifically, it's a small room, I have specifically told her no arias. We want to get invited back. That woman's voice is a weapon.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. She is a bard in every sense of the word.
That woman's voice, if she goes full volume, there are international laws that are going to get broken.
For opposite reasons.
I think the Opera Geek is classified as a sonic weapon if she takes a full breath.
Does she cast vicious mockery?
I mean, always. But you're talking about instinct.
Thunderwing? Yeah.
Megan, are you doing okay over there?
Yep, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm on the one panel with Megan, the one panel with Dr. B, and then I'm also on another panel about accessibility in game put on by Dots.
That's RPG.
And Shauna's going to be on that one, isn't
Yes,
she?
she is.
Yeah.
Yes. The answer is yes. Shauna.
Oh, Shauna.
Yeah.
Shauna. Yeah.
Please.
That's awesome. I like 7 spin.
Mm-hmm.
I am on 0 panels. I unplugged, and I could not be happier about it. I'm super, super happy.
We have a PAC South panel coming up as well with Adam. John is on a panel at PAC. Myself and Virginia Spielman talking about Critical Core as the future of social skills.
That's cool.
That'll be awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm going to try not to die so we can play for a little while tonight. We'll see how far we can. We are down a Jack because whatever this cold is that's hitting the country, Jack has it, I have it.
What if I told you I'm Jack Berkenstock wearing an Atom suit?
You're too subdued.
You're not drinking enough Coke.
I was Jack Berkenstock.
You have to be more.
That's
I have a particular set of skills. I'm more like what's his name from Saturday Night
Harry, he's become very
so close to Dr.
it is
Girlfriend.
really close to Dr. Girlfriend. Yeah,
I don't know that reference.
From the Venture Brothers.
Yeah,
I've heard of that show.
You know, you just go in there like,
oh, that's good. That's very good.
Let's see. I will be doing a intro to D&D webinar through Leyline on December 15th for psychologists and therapists who are thinking about wanting to use D&D in a form of therapy, but this is just what is it? What are some of the skills and techniques? Like how a basic intro. And then
That's awesome.
All right, and so a reminder, our music that you are hearing tonight is from Tabletop Audio. They have free tracks that are about 10 minutes long with minimal music and background and ambiance noises that you can use for your tabletop games. They're awesome. Give them a listen, give them some support. There is no bingo tonight, Skyman, because as I was saying when we started the stream, I saw 8 clients today, did an hour or a half hour long consultation over my lunch break, and so I had no time today.
Just feel free to sort of shout out bingo when it feels most appropriate.
bingo!
If you feel the feeling strike you. Or
yes.
I
said it.
5 grid. Just make a 5x5 grid. Somebody else make a bingo.
Bingo!
Yeah.
Just do it. Make a bingo. You should do it. You're the.
You should do. You right there.
This is called.
You.
This is called audience empowerment. The power is you.
The power is yours.
All right, and our images that you'll see tonight are either free use images or landscapes that I have made in Flowscape. So check out that program if you haven't. And we are, with that, going to jump back into the game. Yeah. So chat, we will be back in a little while. I'm going to try my darndest to make it through 3 hours tonight, but we'll see how long I'm able to.
See you later, chat. I'm going
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat!
All right.
Whew. Glad we got rid of those guys.
Yeah.
Let's
so loud.
Let's dive into some D&D.
All right. Dr. B, are you able to do a recap for us?
Oh, yeah.
In theory.
Yeah. I wasn't here for the last 2 games.
I also got sidetracked by a lot of work today, and guess who doesn't have his notebook like an irresponsible player?
Oh.
So this is going to be interesting. There was a ship. See? All right? There was a ship. And on the ship, there were things that were done, like deckhand things and captainy things. Now the ship, give me the ship, guys. Give me the ship again. The ship was blown around. And then there were people on the ship who were also blown around.
Oh my god.
And in the midst of being blown around, there was singing and cavorting. Cavort. And then jobs were assigned in the kitchen. Was there a food fight?
No.
Yes, there was a food fight.
Almost
there was totally a food fight. And Captain Ishka was making a face much like that one.
Yeah, probably.
And then after that, more waves were happening and blowing around. Okay, and there was another ship. That's right. There was an attack. It was exciting. It was very exciting. And then we found on that other ship an astronomer who could predict things by like navigation and stuff. And from there, we took her and the very rich, swift ship that she was on and added crew members to the crew and her maps. We were bailing them out is what we were doing of their situation that we started. Oh, okay, we're bailing. Yeah. And then they added themselves to the crew, and the astronomer didn't care because she only cares about stars, and that's where we find our valiant adventurers somehow giving birth? What? I don't know.
This is how you signify like a bunch of people in sign language.
Oh, okay. I just saw this
All these
and like
people are like-
emerging.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's that's how they built
It's the birth of a ship. That's where you store things. Right.
Right.
ship birth.
The birth. Yeah. BERTH.
Yeah. According to Baird.
Oh boy.
So, that was a riveting and captivating recap.
You got everything?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Adam's on board.
Adam is definitely on
The ship.
board.
The ship.
The ship.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened in the story.
No, but he's a
No.
there, present.
Baeridin got an eye patch. You missed that part.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot that.
Baeridin got an eye patch.
Yes. So Baeridin's been running around being very excited. Immeral, showing off his climbing abilities, has been assigned as a deckhand to help with the yard arms.
Oh God, the patch.
I have to say in my notes, I wrote, Immeral tries to teach Baron mindfulness. Baron is frustrated. Immeral is mansplaining. That's what my notes.
Immeral is doing what Immeral do.
I know. That's what it says in my notes. And then it says Baeridin gets an eye patch.
How the Immeral do. No, there were nicknames.
Yes, there were nicknames given.
There were nicknames given, and I think the captain is called Captain.
Yes.
And Baeridin is called Choppy.
Bearclaw.
Bearclaw.
Did Gragnold get a nickname?
Emerald was called Dabney.
Emerald, I think, was called Salty Dabney.
Salty Dad. You were supposed to make a cocktail.
Yeah.
I
the
forgot about the
Salty
Salty Dabney.
Dabney.
It's in my notes.
Yes, Gragnold got a nickname. Gragnold's nickname is Iron Chest.
Yes.
Oh, your nickname is Iron Chest.
Okay,
Iron
that's right. That's
Chest?
gonna make the salty.
Yes.
I don't remember what Baron's is. I
I'm
don't
going
know
to apologize to the chat right now.
for not making your
If
cocktail.
anybody new, they're no longer here, and
So you guys are out to sea. You are traveling from the western side of the continent all the way over to the eastern side. Essentially, you're going from the equivalent of like Europe to Asia via the sea. You're having to go by a northern pass because the continent extends far down to the south, so you can't really traverse the southern area. It goes to the polar cap, or the southern polar cap.
What if we built a canal?
You could try.
Would it be faster than sailing around to build a canal?
No.
A plan.
Unless you had like 20 druids with the mold earth cantrip working non-stop.
What about one druid who forgot to learn the mold at his last level up? And one druid who actually does have it. Would that do it?
No.
And a barbarian with an iron will.
Mm.
Best.
and one monk who can tumble.
Will he tumble for you?
So, yeah, don't take too long. So you guys are going out to sea. It's, your ship can travel about 120 miles a day. It's an approximate 2-month journey to get from where you started to the end. Now, we're not going to roleplay through the entire 2 months, nor are we going to gloss over it. We're going to hit highlights here. But what I will say is that each week, one of you can offer something that you will do to keep the morale of the crew up. If the crew's morale stays up, it starts cutting off time of that trip. You guys could potentially cut off 5 or 6 days worth of time.
Elk totem make us travel on sea faster?
I'd say no, that's more for physical movement.
I would assume so, but figured I would ask.
No, it's worth asking.
I think Gragnold's going to go insane and start carving glyphs into the walls of the internal side of the ship.
That sounds pretty entertaining.
Yeah. You guys also will be...
lose a bunch of his teeth.
Does he get scurvy?
About once a week, you're going to need to stop... It'd be recommended that you go to shore about once a week to swap out water and supplies, because you guys will be traveling across the shore for the most part. If you wanted to, though, on a stop, you could take on more water and supplies to go for a full month without having to stop again. But the DC to keep morale up goes up each week you don't stop.
Well, I'll tell you what. I am actually going to do something that Immeral is actually good at, and that is do some sort of tumbling act using the ropes of the ship. Balancing, tumbling, swinging from them, etc., etc. Maybe even a high wire act.
I like this. All right, so go ahead and do... give me 2 acrobatics checks. So the first one will be the tumbling part, and then the second part will be like the high wire.
Okay, well, the tumbling is a 25.
Okay.
And the high wire is a 26.
Excellent. So after about a week out to sea, one day Emerald gets up and starts doing this really interesting tumbling act, and the crew all kind of comes up and starts doing like the clap, 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 clap as he tumbles and jumps up. Eventually doing this like really quick climb up the rope ladders to the top of the mast, and kind of like he does this sort of dance across the yardarms, and then at one point is making it look like he's going to fall, and everyone's kind of going "ah!" before like intentionally saving and doing like a flip.
Falling off to grab it and then flipping my way back up onto the rope.
Nice. Yeah, with the 25 or 26, yeah, most definitely. You're able to, and everyone is like cheering and enjoying, just huzzah!
And for the dismount, because I'm a monk, actually just falling down the mast.
Oh, nice.
Gracefully.
Like you're like running down the mast? Or
No, just
you're
like sliding down Mega Man style.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
I was just thinking you could do like an Avatar Last Airbender sort of gush of wind as you like.
Oh no, but that's how we land at the beginning. No, we got to do the 3-point superhero landing as we land, and that's where the gust of wind happens.
That makes sense. I think Baeridin is going to put on a play.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
I don't think Baeridin actually knows what is involved in putting on a play, but he loves stories.
Picture puppets.
He does have Bun Bun and Hobbs.
On this, could you take Salty Dabney and put him in the most ridiculous part? That would be completely undignified.
Yeah, so what I'm imagining is Gragnold can't read a script.
A little bit.
And so...
Well, Gragnold can read the language he and Don have invented.
Sure, but not the, script that Baeridin wrote for the play.
John could read the script to me.
Yes. So I'm imagining Gragnold loses a lot of lines.
She's giving me line reading.
Yes.
And then, because Immeral is so graceful, I'm sort of picturing that Immeral would be like really nervous to like stand up on stage and like give a speech about, like give a specific script or say specific words. Is that true?
Can I make a request?
No.
You think he'd be okay?
I think he'd be okay with it, but I think he's willing to be ridiculous for the sake of ridiculousness, but y'all can make him the butt of the jokes here.
So in that case, I think Baeridin like has Immeral dressed in like a clown outfit.
Why?
And he has to like come out and like deliver like a single ridiculous line. And so he has to like walk out on stage and everybody like waits for him, and then you have to like deliver a line that's like 10 balloons will never be enough or something totally.
Today is Thursday!
Yeah, perfect.
Adam, you had a request?
Stage. So I'm imagining the plots will make a lot of sense. And Hobbs also puts, or Baeridin also puts Hobbs in as one of the lines, as one of the readers. And Hobbs says his line, but in monkey. But Baeridin loves it. So whether or not it's ever entertaining for anybody else, Baeridin thinks it's great. And I think Gragnold forgets a few lines and maybe makes up a few like one-liners to go along with it.
How many balloons do you want to have?
Today is Thursday!
I'll say for all of that, make a performance check with advantage.
With advantage, not disadvantage?
Yeah, no advantage.
Oh, all right. I'm surprised. I got a 19.
19.
Nice.
Nice. So that's enough to keep you guys out to sea for an extra week.
Nice.
Okay. Can the second one? This is actually where Immeral's useful here.
Well, wait. I think Adam had a question.
You have a good one?
Or you had a request, you said?
Oh, I just was wondering if maybe Baeridin would do some like old school Shakespearean stuff and make Immeral be the lady parts. Just classic. He's very graceful. I thought maybe you're gonna be like.
I think
you're gonna be Juliet, and I was gonna be Romeo, and then everybody.
Forsooth.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Well, but I mean, like, this is a D&D world where we haven't had to deal with all, like, the women's inequality stuff, so women are in place.
Totally, that's where I thought it was going. I thought it was gonna be. I wanted to be Romeo to your Juliet. That's right.
Gragnold, wherefore art thou, Gragnold? Deny thy father and refuse thy name.
What is in a name? You were previously Dabney, but that was. And so, a rose by any other name would be as sweet as you are to me. Thank you,
I thought I was salty.
Don, for reading those lines for me.
So I'm picturing Gragnold walking around with his sword out.
And a script.
No, the sailors all like, ah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
You guys, now the small ship that you commandeered from the noblewoman who is on board, and for your information, every night is setting up her telescope and maps and things. She's actually probably setting up near the helm. And as soon as she is setting up, she is giving directions on how to sail a ship, complaining if there is too much movement and too much bustling, insisting lights are turned out so that she can properly see the stars. She has absolutely no clue that she's not in charge. It's just, what? I need to make measurements of the stars, and the amount of movement that you're doing is ridiculous right now. We need to stop the movement so that I can get my measurements, because this anomaly that is happening is incredibly rare, and I need to get all of this information down.
I find her high-strungness entertaining.
So you're okay with her bossing?
No, I think I would just be sitting there being like, "You're on a boat, right?"
Hey, Megan.
Yes.
I need a DM call on this one.
Okay.
And I use elemental attunement to create condensation on, let's say, a lens.
Oh, that's mean.
I mean, if you wanted to.
Because that's what we want, is her complaining more.
Dawn, what's an anomaly?
It's something that's not seen very often. It's something that's rare. It's something that's unusual in
Like
things that are...
Like me.
Yes, like you. And like me. I'm an anomaly for a sword.
We're anomalies together.
Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with what, like, she's studying that the planets are misaligned, right? So,
Yes.
that's
Yeah, that
pretty
they
important.
have come out of a, like, they've moved somehow.
Yeah, so,
The planets are all
Gragnold.
lining up.
yeah, she came on the ship and was like, the planets are out of alignment.
One of
So
them.
that's what she's studying. So I think, yeah, I let her boss people around. Not me. She can boss other people.
And I did misspeak last week. I told you the symbol that she was talking about that represented the planet. I said it was 2 triangles. That was wrong. It's a sideways 8 with an arrow pointing down through it is the planet that she said has been knocked out of a line.
Okay. And Baron is like studying the maps with her.
Yes, he has been. I think, well, for the narrative's sake, because since Jack is sick and not here tonight, we will say that she's definitely rubbed him the wrong way in how she talks and her treatment of him, and also just the pitching of the sea. Like, as much as he's been trying to kind of push his way through it and be useful and learn navigation, he's not doing too well. He's having to be below for a while.
Poor Baron.
I know the feeling.
Now, you did send her ship. Her ship is kind of going a little bit it's a little bit slower. Or no, what did I say? It's going to be a little bit faster. No, it's faster, sorry. So it was going to go to the city of Jericho to be sold. Did you want to pick up your crew in Jericho, or were you going to pick them up somewhere else?
Yeah, I was going to pick them up there, because Jericho's like a big...
It's a big port,
yeah. So I think, So we're sailing there, and now that morale is up, I guess we can go without a problem, because I think you said it was 2 weeks away?
Yep. Yeah, you could be able to get there without...
And we'll get some new crew over there.
Without issue. What are your plans to do with Lady Naren and her crew?
I mean, I want to keep her. She seems very interesting. I mean, my plan is to keep her on the ship.
Okay.
And see what she figures out.
And so you do have her first mate, Corey Speckleback.
Oh, he's going nowhere. We have a turtle, Gragnold.
Yes.
There's a turtle with him.
Yeah, there's a turtle.
Yes. I mean, I'm pretty excited about that.
And then the Captain Lena Faircry.
Yeah, who should probably be in the plays, because I think I stuck her with Baeridin.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yes. 100% in the plays.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, she's incredibly nervous. Like, she really does not know what to make of essentially being taken by the Pirates of Penzance.
Baeridin has her sing the song from Pirates of Penzance.
Modern Major General.
Yeah, Modern Major General, but doesn't give her all the lyrics, because he doesn't know all the lyrics, so he just makes up a bunch of stuff.
How would those made up lyrics go there, Adam?
Oh, yeah, I'm wanting to hear this now.
I have the very model of a teacup in a spinner roll, and when I go about the ship, I find a great new dinner roll. And when...
And when you continue singing, it's something allegorical.
Excellent. Yeah, that I'll take off a day of travel for you guys.
Vegas, can I start playing 3-card Monty with the crew very publicly?
Sure.
And just really like go full Turkish ice cream on them. Where have you all ever seen that?
Yeah,
where they do the spinning the whole show on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing full 3-card Monty with the crew. We're taking bets.
Now, are you actually trying to rip them all off, or are you just more doing it for fun?
We're doing this for show, and actually, I'm going to be using my pickpocket ability to place the card in various people's pockets without anybody knowing.
It was really more the gag.
Yeah, it's really gag 3-card Monty. Although I might, if there's anybody in particular who has vexed me. I know that narrows it down. If there's any ship duties I can bet them to get out of.
Excellent. Okay. I mean, I'll say the Dragonborn is not a fan of yours. Yeah.
But they don't really work together, do they?
They don't.
Was that the chef, the Dragonborn chef?
No. She's the Master at Arms.
The Master of Arms. That's right. Well.
Yes.
Yeah, she really does not like you.
She does.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's do this. Place your bets. Place your bets. Place your bets. What was her name again?
Row.
Row your boat gently down the game. Merrily, figuring out an IOU stuff.
That's gonna win her over, I'm sure.
That's a good song.
Wow,
We can move cards fast.
we're on a boat.
Hold on. Row's getting involved in this. Row, what would you like to do? I'll tell you what. We can play this right now. If you can spot the queen, then pick the queen, and I will clean.
How about you stop messing around and you go clean anyway, since that's your duty?
Oh, but I think everybody else wants to see this game get played. Who wants to see Row play this game? Thank you.
Either way. Nothing else to do, I guess I could see it.
Come on.
I was gonna
Come
go.
on.
They won't let me clean anymore.
Captain.
Fine.
I'm just watching, like leaning up against a post, just like shaking my head and just like watching.
Captain, you want to play this game?
I'm busy.
Come on. I will clean your bunk for a week if you can find the queen.
If I find you anywhere near my bunk, your hair is going to be missing.
So spotless. So spotless. I will clean it so well. It's going to be the best thing in the world. You're going to sleep on some clean sheets. They'll be freshly washed in fresh water.
You're going to waste water while we're at sea to clean the sheets.
I have spare water. You don't know.
She just looks around. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Can I help so that he doesn't have disadvantage?
Wait, hold on. Given I am wearing a vest, doesn't that just neutralize it?
No, you do have the best.
You do have the vest. All right, yeah, that'll neutralize it, so it'll just be
I will take a 21.
21. She stays and just flips over all 3 cards at once.
Are any of them the queen?
Yeah.
God no. Actually, so can I want that queen to be in her pocket.
All right, make a sleight of hand.
So, no.
32.
Oh my God.
32. All right. That does beat her 22. Sorry.
Oh no, Ro just died.
Yeah. Starts coughing and fire starts coming out of her mouth.
You might need
Yeah.
some medicine, bro. I've got just the thing.
So how are you telling her it's in her pocket? Because she's just standing with her arms crossed, foot tapping, kind of tail twitching angrily.
No, you didn't. You flipped them all over. You didn't find it.
Yes.
Where is it?
Well, I'm glad you asked that there, Baeridin. Ro, could you check your right front pocket for me?
No.
Well, that's a shame. How about I do it for you?
No, get away from me.
Well, then how about you give me the queen back?
She rolls her eyes, pulls it out, and flips it over her shoulder.
Like Chris and Jill shows.
Yeah.
How did you?
No, David Blaine.
David Blaine,
Yeah.
Chris Angel's too.
Yeah, no.
As you guys are all doing that,
Are absolutely eating it up.
Freaking out. Yeah.
Lady Naren kind of pops her head out. She's like, "You're being unusually loud. I'm trying to do some writing and reading here."
Oh, would you like to try and find the queen? Try and find the queen?
You're
Why would
amazing magic!
Why would I try to find the queen? I'm doing important research here.
There's a queen, though!
Okay, how about, are there any of them that, let's see, I'll draw a star on that. Find the star, and I'll help you with your research tonight.
No, elf boy, you're useless.
Wow.
And useless!
You know what?
favorite.
Can a sun
Cold.
right above her when I just water right in front of her?
She's turning, so she's actually like in the gangway of the cockpit area. Like,
Who wants to be the queen?
and I'll say, you got the 3-card Monty is most definitely entertaining to the crew, and they're enjoying things. Anything specific that you guys would want to talk about, look at, do on the sail to Jericho?
I'm gonna invent gin and tonic
All right.
with a lime in it for the scurvy. Malaria, scurvy, cured.
Where did you get all the juniper for the gin?
In my bag.
He's got the holding thing.
Yeah, he's got the brewer's bag.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about the brew.
Kind of a hobbyist.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make a check with your brewer's kit or your brewer's supplies.
I'm imagining this is like a +10 roll. Brewer's kit, +10. I think
It's your initiative plus stuff.
Okay.
Or not initiative, your proficiency. Hi, sick brain.
The plus stuff. All right, that's a 10.
Total? Or plus 10?
That's a 10 total.
For your first go, it's not. It's passable.
Because I'm not that intelligent.
It's not just fizzy water with a juniper twig in it.
No, it's a little. It is actually like an alcohol. Like you feel like you're onto something, but the crew loves it because supply and demand.
Better than grog.
Yeah. But you feel like if you were to continue tinkering with this drink for a while, it could really turn into something amazing.
I'll transform casual bar drinking.
Your brand new invention.
Called a gin and tonic.
What is that what Gragnold's going to call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it pronounced gin? Is it spelled de gin?
Yeah.
De gin and tonic.
The gin and tonic?
Yep. Came to me in a dream.
Because it's magical.
Where I wished to a genie.
Speaking of Djinn.
Genie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wonder if there's a wink back on if Enkai feels nervous about him calling a drink a gin and tonic.
If it really came to him in a dream, I probably feel nervous, if that's a true story.
I spend most of my nights dreaming.
Yeah? Have you had any
special
peculiar dreams lately, Gragnold?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me?
Well, this one I dreamed of something that would make this trip be more enjoyable.
Are you not enjoying the trip?
I would be enjoying it a bit more if I didn't have scurvy. Look at all the teeth I'm losing.
It's such a great infomercial right here.
Gragnold, you have all these limes right here.
I know.
Why don't you just have some limes?
I did. With gin. And tonic.
Alright, well, I guess I'm glad you're getting over it. How many bugs are in this?
None.
What?
I know. There aren't bugs at sea.
Oh, that's true. You need some kind of sea bug. I'll get right on it.
Find me one.
As you guys are saying all this, Corey's standing behind you and it's like, crustaceans are sort of bugs of the sea.
Oh.
They're more like spiders.
Some of them.
Spiders of the sea.
Those are bugs, right?
No.
Spider bugs of the sea.
Spiders don't make good ale.
They have so many legs.
Too much of a leggy wine.
Yep, 8's an unlucky number.
Well, what about shrimp? Or krill?
Krill.
A krill could be good.
Yeah. I bet I could get some krill. And Baeridin just literally jumps off the side of the ship.
Oh, krill.
Should definitely not jump off the side of the ship.
What are you I'm assuming you're doing a wild shape.
I hope you turn into a baleen whale.
Yeah.
All the krill in your Baleen,
Turn into a whale. I don't think
baleen whale teeth thing.
Yeah.
I went to the zoo a lot as a child. Aquarium, I know that baleen whales
have those like
baleen.
like weird.
baleen.
Yeah. Can I turn into a baleen whale? I don't think so.
A small one.
Actually, I think I can turn into a killer whale.
Could you turn into a baby beluga?
Yes.
I turn into a baby bull.
But they are toothed.
Yeah, that's not very effective.
If you can turn into a killer whale, you can most definitely turn into other whales.
Can I turn into a killer whale? I thought I could.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Yep, I can turn into a killer whale.
Yeah.
Well, so I turn into this other whale.
Make a nature check. Just see.
Just
I don't think you ever would have encountered these before.
10. That is with a +7 nature.
All right, so it's described as a whale with like these big. Baeridin essentially turns into a cartoon whale
Perfect. Exactly what I'm picturing.
with a hoodie.
It's very wet. The hood keeps coming up over the blowhole, so then he has to blow, and then it launches the hoodie back, and then it kind of, yeah.
Do you ever hook your dorsal fin with it?
It's the worst. It is the worst.
It's the worst
Every
thing
dolphin time.
whenever you hook your dorsal fin with your hoodie.
Yeah. Just.
You see Corey looking and, oh, so he can do that. That's all right. I guess it's all right if he goes off the side and kind of walking forward with their walking stick, looking up and trying to get a few of the crew to attend to a couple of different things.
Baeridin's gonna blast Gragnold with a spout of
Krill?
no, a blowhole. Oh yeah, I guess there's some krill
How
in
are
there.
you getting that krill back onto the ship?
He's blowholing it back up there.
Isn't the purpose of the baleen to keep it like right there?
Yeah, he just sort of like
Yeah, but he didn't turn into a baleen. He turned into a cartoon whale.
he's just sort of shuffling it around in his mouth. Up into the air.
I got about 4 of them.
It's very briny.
Mmm.
Good brine. Then you don't need salt for the rim.
Worth a shot. Yeah, I'll be krill-lined glasses.
Careful, it'll krill you.
Ah!
Oh!
Really makes it stronger.
Yeah.
All right. So, Enkai, you could really quickly, jumping into your thing, before I jump into what's going on as she sleeps.
Oh, can I talk to Naren first?
Yes.
Yeah. Because, okay, yeah, I want to go talk to Naren.
Okay, yeah. She's set up at your chart table with all of her star charts and things. She doesn't seem to worry too much about where to sleep. She's been found in several different bunks. Just kind of when she's tired, she finds a bed and she falls down to sleep.
So, Naren, how are you finding it here? Do you have everything you need?
Seemingly so. There's quite a bit more space. I appreciate this.
Good. Can I ask you a question about the planet that's out of alignment?
Oh, yes. Please, what is it you want to know?
What do you think the effect of that is, that the planet is not where it should be?
It's very difficult to have any conclusive decisions on it. That's why we're studying it. But this goes into a lot of the theory of understanding the worlds and the planes. It's, let me do a quick intelligence check for her. We know that there are different planes of existence, and it seems that they are somehow tied to the rotation of these planets in the sky. That one is tied to the abyssal plane. Now, so out of character, out of the moment, there's all the different planes of existence that exist outside of the prime material.
Yeah.
The far planes include things planes such as the mechanistic plane, where like machines and types of things live. Mount Celestia, where you've got a lot of more of your lawful good type gods living there. The Beastlands, where you get more of your, like your neutral good planes. Ysgard, Isgard, more of your Nordic. Limbo, place of just chaos and incessant winds that howl all the time and kind of eat at your skin. Pandemonium. The Abyss is in the realm of the demons. It's where all of the demon lords are held.
Okay.
And they've basically all been imprisoned there. So give me a history check with Enkai's abilities.
Roll the 20.
Nice. Okay.
Whoa.
I have a +1.
So this would have probably been something like when you're out to sea, you can get bored at times, and so reading sometimes is the best thing. And so you did find like this ancient history book once that told you of a time where there was a more strong connection between the outer planes and the world, where the gods actually could walk upon the prime material plane. Every cleric essentially was almost had avatar level powers. They were incredibly powerful. But as the good aligned gods could walk on the material plane, so could the demons and the devils. And so it became a war ground, essentially. Sorry. And it is often referred to as the breaking of the world, where it hit a point where from the understanding of everything, the philosophies of the world is essentially like the prime material is sort of like the linchpin that holds all the other pieces together. And should it be destroyed, everything else will get destroyed with it. I'm so sorry, guys.
Much like Megan's lungs.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually coughed so hard the other day I gave myself acid reflux. Would not recommend.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So the lawful good gods and actually the lawful evil, so the devils, were the ones to align and to say, we have to kick it for our own survival, for the good of everybody, we have to get back to our own realms. And so they were all pushed back out to the outer planes. Most went willingly, some less so. The demons did not want to go at all. They are purely chaotic and will do things against their own interests just to sow more chaos into the world.
Okay. And this planet is specifically aligned with the plane where those people live.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's an interesting thing because those entities that did not want to had to be restrained or imprisoned in some way. For most others, it's done out of understanding of like, this is necessary, but they can still influence. And with a natural 20, something else you know is there are people out there who work to keep the balance of things, to make sure that the prime material stays in balance so that everything stays as it should. But there are things that could cause it to go out of balance. But the devils can gain influence through cults, through their different worshippers, through their warlocks. Demons is the same thing, through their followers. And so while like the other gods can sometimes see what's going on, they can't always do anything about it.
Okay. And these are not like elementally attuned demons. These are just like evil demons. Like, so the jinn aren't part of...
No, the jinn are they're closer to the prime material. So if, in the Roll20 chat, I'm just going to put up put a link to an image, which is just the a visual representation of the planes.
Oh, okay.
And so the prime material's in the middle.
Right.
The Feywild and Shadowfell are right next to it, so those are the realms of the fairy.
Oh, I see.
And then outside of that are the planes of air, water, fire, and earth.
Art.
Awesome.
Art.
That's really
Yes.
cool. Okay.
And so Enkai has actually traveled through one of the gates into the elemental plane of water.
Right. Right. With Lady Bircha.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are very tightly connected to the prime material.
Right. Okay. So this is
I
further.
want to travel to the positive plane.
I know, right? Okay.
Positive planes. All right.
Yeah, and the area between all of the outer planes is the astral sea.
Mm.
Okay.
Wow.
Where are the elephants and the turtle?
They're
They're underneath. That's why you
underneath. Yes.
The bird's eye view.
I see.
So
Good
subsequent,
reference.
I mean, if you look really at the top right there, you can see a little bit of a trunk. It's that smudge right at the top.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, there you go.
Let's see it.
Yes.
I see.
You can't see the turtle because it's in the shadow fell and there's no light on it.
Now, what I would say is interesting to you is this is the first time you've ever heard of these actually perhaps being planets, like that you can physically see. It's always been sort of understood as more of almost like a different reality, a different realm, a different it's a different plane of existence. So whether like these planets actually represent the realms as these other planes of existence, or like they're just sort of the physical tether that ties them to the material plane, you're not quite sure.
Okay. Well, that's upsetting, Naren.
It's interesting. I suppose it could be upsetting, yes. These notes that you all gave me on the demons are interesting as well. Yeah, I would.
The notes that Immeral gave her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know where the scholar is? I'd very much like to meet her. She seems fascinating.
Dara? I don't. I can go ask Immeral.
Emerald. Ah, the elf. Yes.
Yeah, the salty one. Let me go see if I can find him.
Excellent. Yes, this is most helpful. I'll be sleeping soon.
Step right up.
Immeral.
Yes, Captain.
Can I borrow you for a minute, please?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Ah, very nice. Here we go.
Don't worry, Immeral, I got this.
You know what? I'm going to let Gragnold take over, but step right up, and if you can find the queen, Gragnold cleans.
It's probably in your pocket.
I bring Immeral to Naren.
And she's
You can watch Gragnold do this. It's very in vogue right now.
I know.
It's also kind of
I'm mesmerized.
watch him work.
Where is he, Gragnold?
she holds up the notes from
Oh, no,
from Dara.
That's where I was the whole time. Like,
Wait, so you got Dara's notes?
Yeah, you gave them to her.
You gave him to her.
Oh, that's right. So, Captain, so what do you think of Dara's notes?
They're fascinating, very well written. She's a bit foolish, but she seems to have a good brain. I'd like to meet her. Where is she?
Well, she is in my hometown of Windhold, but I'm curious, before we, start traveling there, long way away from where we were going to travel originally, what makes her foolish?
She wrote down all the symbols of the demon lords. You don't do that. That draws their attention.
Does it? What would happen, hypothetically, if we were to draw all the attention of the demon lords?
Theoretically, you're inviting in their influence and their chaos, and they would start disrupting your lives.
Maybe that's why the planet's out of alignment.
No, these drawings are very bad.
So maybe they were done deliberately badly to avoid the demon lord's attention.
Well, if they were done deliberately badly, she is more clever than I'm giving her credit for.
Well, in either case, can you enlighten us?
Oh, that's going to take, I think, a lot longer than I have time for.
let's make some time. We got a couple weeks. We got another week left out at sea.
I'm doing some very important work here. I don't have time to give you a basic education.
Okay, well, I've got some time to give you a basic education on what we've been doing, and it involved a giant brain and squiddly face squid faces, and
yes, you mentioned those, the creatures from the Underdark, yes.
right.
I don't know, see what those have to do with the stars.
It's called. And the brain rat thingies that were like zombies.
Yes.
We almost died a couple times. A couple of our friends did, so maybe you could let us know what's going on with that and potentially even how to stop it.
I don't see how I'm supposed to know that.
You have the notes.
Yes, I read them. You've read them too.
Okay, see, now here's this idea I had, that, call me naive maybe if this is wrong, but that people who were educated were able to take bits of information, put them together, and come up with new conclusions.
Quite possibly.
So you're not one of them.
I don't see what's really new here. These are basic notes on the different...
They're new to me.
Sorry, I'm having a very She-Ra moment in my head. Do I have to explain math?
Yes, you have to explain math.
These notes contain basic information about the demon lords, the abyss, and their imprisonment.
Okay. Does that have anything to do with the brains and the zombies and the destruction of entire jungles?
I don't believe so.
See, was that so hard?
If you're wanting the undead one, that's Orcus.
That's a thing?
The demon lord of the undead. It even says in the notes right here. You didn't
Well,
read it, did you?
I have a library on the other side of the ship. Maybe there's some books there about orcs. Naren is, it's night. This is like her prime time for looking at the stars. So let's go over there and see if we can find anything about that. I don't think she knows anything about the undead.
Fine, and I would like to go looking through all the books for this.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Let's see if I have anything decent in that.
I actually have some ideas as a player, but Baeridin isn't there for any of this conversation, nor is the...
He's mesmerized
really,
by the Vogue.
Not
really in
Not
a good
terrible.
position to help anyway.
Yeah.
Not terrible, not great. I got an 11.
11. This is more, the books here are a lot of actually like exploration books talking about the peoples and lands around the world.
Pirating books.
Yeah, pirate
Yeah.
book. All right.
And then there's a collection of storybooks. There's Enkai. What do you think the crew's like favorite fiction genre might be?
Oh, favorite fiction genre? I don't know. Stories about
Featuring strong from the
pirates at sea. Pirate books.
Oh,
I feel like there should be a lot of pirate storybooks.
Okay, so yeah, like the epic stories of I should have some pirate names ready.
Redbeard.
Redbeard.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay, Redbeard. You have every book on Redbeard because Redbeard was a fire genasi.
Ah, there we go.
Sorry.
Trey's gin and tonic.
I have drank all of my water. I have none left. Oh wait, there's a sip.
When you come back to where Baeridin and Gragnold are, Baeridin says, Gragnold pulled a card out of his nose! It was amazing!
Gragnold-
It's also kind of covered in nose gun. Wow!
The math never really worked.
Wow! Whoa!
I go around back to talk to the captain.
Uh-huh.
Look through the library.
Mhm.
I really now I'm getting educated out of spite.
Excellent.
Call me.
Oh, wow. Learn this.
Call me stupid.
So, are you gonna read Dorana's notes?
Yes, I'm gonna read everything. And I'm gonna come back there and I'm gonna show her what's what. And you know what? Are there any books on navigation and astronomy? I'm gonna try and read those too.
All right.
Keep reading them. And that is what I'm gonna do for the rest of this, just to show up Narana.
Okay, so
Naranya, or whatever her name is, because spite.
So Emerald's doing spite education.
Yes. Immeral is learning things out of spite. And also trying to have a nice chat with the captain to see how she's doing. She seems more isolated now that we're back on the ship. Well, you seem isolated.
And do you guys still have Dorana's notes? I mailed them to you, so.
Yes.
Where is another question?
Maybe.
I'll pull up the link.
I would have thrown them out. So.
Well, they're looking for that really quickly. Enkai.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a no.
So we found them.
Aha! During the night, you continue to have the dreams of the ocean. You continue to have the feeling of controlling the waters, controlling the waves, bringing them up, moving them around as you see fit. They start off almost playful for quite a while, but then as the nights progress, it's more and more of creating waves. You see groups of Triton people before you, and you feel this sense of displeasure seeing them. They notice you, but they're not bowing to you. They're not deferring to you. And you feel the water welling around your fingers. What would you like to do?
I think that I would have a lot of cognitive dissonance, right? I would have the feeling like, oh, they're not bowing before me. Then I'm like, why should they bow? The conflict, why should they bow before me? So I think I would just sit in the uncomfortable feeling, but I wouldn't be aggressive towards them or anything. I think I would just kind of sit there and be like, this is strange.
All right, as you're thinking, you hear this voice in your ear. You're better than them. You're descended from royalty. What are they?
Who's the fuck? No. Yeah, interesting. I think I would just sit with it.
Disappointing. And you see those water rush forward, and you see them all kind of fly out from in front of you. And again, another dream. And this time, you're kind of out of body. You could see yourself, and you're decked out in clothes like you would never have worn before. It's almost like it's made of pink coral, actual coral, floating around you. Strings of pearls coming down your arms, going up into your hair, flowing around. Different bits of shells kind of coming out, and you're underwater, so all your hair's kind of floating up and about. And it's you have this moment, you're like, I look good. And it is unbelievable. And you see there's sort of this form and shadow behind you. And you could just see these creatures. You see these fish-type people bowing before you. You see, again, more Tritons bowing. You see other water genasi in there, kneeling down before you. And you can see above there's a chamber with air in it, and you can see some creatures that need to breathe up in there also bowing.
Can I turn around and look at the shadow?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
You're not able to make out any distinct features. But as you look at it, there's a sense of comfort and connection with it. And yes, my progeny, you will rule next to me. They all shall bow before you. And as you turn back around and you see these creatures coming forward and opening up this chest, and you see inside of it riches and jewels and rings and all kinds of treasure inside of it.
I would think I feel very confused as to... Like, it's probably alluring, because they're, like, bowing to me, but I think it feels obviously unnatural.
As you have that feeling, there's no feeling more natural. It is the natural order of things.
What makes me better than them?
Look inside, you know.
No. I don't think I'm like you.
And the vision changes and shifts, and you're suddenly above. And you can see just a calm sea before you. And again, you feel that power of the water within your hands.
I try to control the water.
In what way?
Maybe just like make like a whirlpool.
Start to shift, bring your hands around, you see the water starting to swirl and grow larger and larger into this great, massive whirlpool. It would sink your ship like that, the size of it.
I think once I see it spinning and getting big, I would like immediately like drop it. Be like, I think that's too much power.
It's yours. Or it can be. Come take it.
I do another one. Maybe not as big.
And as you're doing the second one, no voice this time, but a feeling of just parental approval, pride. Like you feel like if you look over your shoulder, you could have seen the face of somebody smiling down at you. You look, no one's there.
I let it go again, but then I feel like maybe this is in my realm of capability.
All right. Gragnold.
Are you just doing it in your bunk now?
Gonna get
Just
practicing.
practicing.
Yeah. While you are resting one night, you go into your dream state where you are at the fireside with the other previous avatars of the moon. They've been training you on the different abilities and skills that you can use with your avatar state.
Like these.
I'm getting good at this.
You are. It's impressive. You know this is Tramdon.
He's the salty one you like.
It's you need to keep an eye on one of your friends.
Which one?
Can't tell exactly the one who's wet, if that makes sense to you.
Baeridin turns into a whale sometimes, or an octopus.
No, not the chief. One of the other ones.
The blue one?
That'd probably be it, yeah.
That makes sense.
There's something pulling at him. They're pledged to the Ghost Fang, so we have some ability to check in, but something else is pulling on them as well. We don't like it.
I forgot I have more than one blue friend. Which one are you talking about?
Which one are you talking about?
How many blue friends do you have?
Isn't he kind of blue?
No.
No.
He's an elf.
He's wood. He's a wood elf. Nick was blue.
Maybe it's Nick.
No. The
Nick was blue.
Immeral was such a good pickpocket because he's so average looking, like brown hair,
I would have sworn.
brown eyes.
I have to retcon all of my fantasies about.
He doesn't even have a beard.
He just looks like Matt Damon.
I think of him more looking like Topher Grace, like a shorter Topher. Like,
Okay, yeah.
just like so.
That's weird for me.
but oddly ripped. Once with all the tattoos and whatnot.
It was totally Nick. Nick's blue. I don't know why I always thought Immeral was blue.
No.
All right, never mind. Sorry about that, retcon. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Right. I don't know what it is. We can't see that much. They're still kind of new. The bond to the Ghost Fang's still building, but just watch out. Could
You
be
have any advice for me that's useful?
Talk to your friend. Find out what the hell's pulling on him.
Okay. What can see into people's minds?
Well, it's not exactly seeing. It's
Hearing, tasting, smelling. Or
Come
something.
here. And he actually grabs you and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
That is a 23.
Excellent. You feel like really disoriented for a moment, but you're able to hold it together and you open your eyes and it's so weird. You can see everybody in the valley of the of the Moonfang clan that you left. Some of them are glowing very, very brightly, and you can see like these tendrils coming from them towards where you are. Some of them aren't glowing as brightly, and you can see like the tendrils coming. You can also see a few of the Ghost Fang members that you met in Windhold of that, and you can see their tendrils coming to you. Some are stronger than others. Notably, you can see one where you can actually see the tendril coming from them, but a very, very bright tendril going somewhere else. And then you also can see the ship. And you can see... you almost get blinded by looking at Baeridin.
Baeridin's asleep.
And then with Baron, Enkai, and Immeral, you can see again the threads, but they're thinner. They're not glowing as brightly. With what you're assuming it would be Enkai, because they're standing up by, or they're sleeping more in the captain's area, you see another thread coming off, leading away. And as soon as you're seeing that, a hand lets go over your shoulder and you're kind of back in the clearing.
I've never been that good at understanding metaphors. What's with the threads?
So how they're connected to us.
Why was Baeridin glowing?
He's the chief. Yeah. That's
Obviously.
yeah. Well, he holds the sword. That ties us to the wolf god. And you see him at this point kind of turn around and look back towards Eladin, and she's like, "It's all right. He's got it. It's." Gragnold, being a member of the clan is more than just being marked. It's your faith in the moon god, in the wolf god, and what ties us together.
Yeah, that's what the threads are, tying us.
Yes. Yes.
I get the metaphor now.
Some is
Where'd the other threads go?
to other places. There's one who you were tied to who's also pledged themselves to another god but we're familiar with that god. It's the one of the dwarves.
Okay.
I don't know its name, though.
Dwarf god is good enough for short.
Yes.
So what should I do now? Talk to people, learn about their threads.
Yes, that's part of being the Avatar.
No idea.
Okay. How brightly do I glow? I didn't see myself. I just saw Baeridin. He was glowing, but
You really want to see?
I do.
And she grabs your hands, and there's this second of like this out-of-body experience.
Gin and tonic. Yes.
We can walk you out of her body.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see yourself, you're glowing almost as brightly as Baeridin did.
It's like an Alex Gray painting.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Gragnold does all those things.
I'm raving.
Yeah. As you're waving your arms around, it's like this little light show around you.
The system is down. The system is down.
Oh, I'm not sure the metaphor of glowing, but I think it's pretty fun. Can't wait to tell Baeridin about this. He's a great dancer.
Maybe keep the glowing bits. There's some secrets that are meant to stay with you. But talk to your friend. Just keep an eye on it.
A lot about glowing. Okay.
And she pats you on the side of the head as the vision starts to fade.
Gragnold and Baeridin are pretty much the worst leaders
Baeridin, wake up!
in Moonfang history.
You glowed so much.
While sleeping?
We both glowed.
No, it seems pretty normal.
It seems normal now, but just imagine. Wow. Yeah, look at me. Pretend I'm glowing.
Wow!
Yes!
You're glowing!
I'm glowing too.
Me too!
We're both-
This was fun.
It was fun.
Alright, I'm going back to sleep though.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break so I can refill my water bottles. So let's pop over to say hi to chat. I will be right back and say hi to everybody.
Hi, chat. How's everyone doing in chat? Oh, no, crazy!
Hey.
What's up? Haven't seen you here in a while.
Hey, Obo Crazy.
So, is the Salty Damney going to have a krill rim?
No, actually, so I was legitimately thinking about the ingredients of the salty dabney the last time we were here, and I think similar to a margarita, it needs to have a little bit of sweet, sour, so citrus, along with salt for just flavor layering. I might throw a little bit of herbal something in there just because I do that, but I'm thinking I was thinking something rum based, similar.
Yeah, because you are.
Nope.
Yeah.
But you up there were book releases. They're
Really exciting.
They're
book
fantastic.
release. Yeah. So awesome.
But I'm thinking we start with a rum base, like a white rum, not a spiced rum, and then we do something herbal with it, like maybe some rosemary or basil or mint. Do a little bit of simple syrup. Basically a salty mojito in a lot of respects, just with a little bit of an additional flavor dimension added.
That'd be good.
Like Cointreau or something.
You went to school with Topher Grace?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I went to high school with him.
And just so you know, Megan, he would play me in my biography.
Weird. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were in a funny thing and happened on the way to the forum together. And Godspell.
Wait, you were in Godspell?
Mm-hmm.
Who'd you play?
It was like one of the extras. I played the recorder and danced around on stage. Topher, he was one of the apostles. I don't remember which one.
Judas?
No, he wasn't Judas. No, Judas was playing. Oh my gosh, the kid who played Judas, his name was Brian Flagel. He's like one of the best actors I've ever seen.
Oh, that's odd, because that's one of my favorite duets from any musical.
Yeah, though I will say Topher had the funny improv line one night because in the scene where Judas storms out, we had him actually storm out of the theater and slam the door, and this kid sitting in the front row was like, "Where did he go?" And Topher turned to the kid and just went, "To hell."
That's been friggin' dastic.
Hey Obo, would you share with chat which books just got released so that they all get to know all that cool stuff too? Would you just
There's some cool stuff.
let us know? Because I know that you guys just released several books.
Several books. The Eberron After the War just got released. The Dick and Marty versus
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Yes,
Rick and
Morty.
That is still wrapped in plastic, waiting for me to open it.
I don't have my copy of it.
And I'm super excited about these little guys. These ones are awesome. The Young Adventurers guides.
Yeah.
Getting those. Hopefully they're not watching. Getting those for my nieces.
Getting those for myself. I feel like
The thing I love the most about these, these are amazing. Like the fact that they've got show stuff here, but the size guide. What? Yeah. That's super duper. Like for me, trying to get in like a gargantuan creature compared to a human is what like it's so hard to comprehend. But then to see this in here with the size guide is just so helpful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I need to get some of those.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Oh, there's
My
Tiamat.
goodness. Yes. Oh man, I was indeed that 32, but I think anybody would be real happy if they rolled a 32.
Yes.
32 is a lot.
And
Those are 3-5 numbers right there.
Yeah.
Well, it helps when you've got expertise in something, and plus 13 to sleight of hand is pretty awesome. That's pretty ludicrous. And
That's pretty ludicrous.
at some point, that's going to get up to plus 17.
Oh my gosh. My bard's a plus 14 to performance, persuasion, deception.
I'm trying to conceptualize, like, at what point the sleight of hand, like, how to compare that to like, anything else.
David Blaine?
Is that just
Amateur.
David Blaine? This is Penn and Teller level sleight of hand?
Yeah.
I saw them in Vegas.
Immeral could teach them a thing or three.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, no, they're great. Actually, I got to say, I got a lot of respect for both of them and how they orient themselves to their audience.
It was spectacular.
And the fact that they meet... One of the coolest things and one of the most humbling things I've ever seen was when I met both of them after their show, because Penn and Teller will meet everybody after their show and sign an autograph.
Wow.
And Penn Jillette, who, by the way, makes me look short. For those of you who have never seen me in person, I am not short.
Yeah, he's so tall.
He's like 6'9".
Yeah.
And he's calling, "Hey boss, how you doing, boss? How's everybody? Hey boss," and "Thanks, boss," and signing it. And this kid goes up to him, this kid who was normal sized kid next to the 6'9" Goliath, and said, "Hey, why do you call everyone boss?" And he kneels down and points to the crowd and says, "You see all these people? They pay my wages. They're my boss."
Yeah.
I'm like, that is a life lesson right there. Wow.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of respect for both of them that night. Oh yeah, chat. How you doing, chat?
Yeah.
What's going on there, chat?
Oh, well, crazy. Hello.
Yeah.
Good to see
We
you.
were chatting.
Skyman, good to see you.
I did
Geeks like us. I know who you are. Good to see you.
It's good to see people. Welcome back.
Fast. Hey, Dr. Kowert. Good to see you.
Hey,
No,
okay,
no.
you know what?
That was a joke.
So we're looking at the names of the people who are viewing, and I gotta say, there is such a spectacular name in there, and the fact that that person has not ever commented is just wonderful. I don't want to call that person out, because I feel like that would spoil things. But
All right.
Okay.
But quick, everybody look at the list.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But to the person who has the extremely appropriate name, well done.
That's probably you.
I appreciate you.
You, viewer.
You've done it. You've done all the things.
Did it.
All right. Well, now that I have my water back, let's go ahead and jump back into the story.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat. We'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks for being here.
All right. So, coming
Hey.
in. Yes.
I have a request.
Yes.
I have been reading.
Okay.
Good.
By the light of my magic glowy thing here,
Uh huh.
Magic.
I got some words
Glowed.
with the. I got some words to have with Naren.
Mm-hmm.
I have a now. I have a DM call on this one. Okay.
Okay.
Immeral's cognitive capability are not Dr. B's cognitive capability.
Correct.
I, Dr. B, have drawn some interesting hypotheses, having read this in now some substantive detail.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, not being a year ago, in real time. How much of what Dr. B just read in character is transferable over?
Oh yeah, I mean, especially as Emerald.
Well, okay, so the reason I gave you guys that specifically was because most of you are, most of my players are dungeon masters and are familiar with the lore of D&D and everything. And so,
Vaguely.
vaguely. Well, and you all have the Dungeon Master's Guide, you all have D&D Beyond, you have the ability to go and research this stuff. And to prevent you from metagaming about what the different creatures and things are, that's essentially what your characters know is in those papers there.
Okay. So any conclusions that I, Dr. B, can draw based on this are fair game?
I would say so, within reason. I mean, like, if you're going, well, you know, and according to Gygax and blah, 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 then no. But,
God.
yeah.
Gigix. You called him?
God Gigix.
Gigax. He sounds insect.
The Greek.
Or maybe, okay, so, alright, so any conclusions I can draw from this piece, okay, that's fair. Thank you very much for answering that.
Baeridin's not going to draw any conclusions.
Well, then Immeral would very much like to talk to Naren,
All right.
and actually would like to grab, gently escort the captain over for this conversation.
Okay.
I think I have some ideas. Well, we need to talk to Naren.
Okay, let's go find her.
Where are we finding Naren? With the telescope, I assume?
Is it nighttime or daytime when you're doing this?
God, now you can tell how tired I am because I'm going full BBC in my head. Nighttime, daytime! Nighttime, daytime!
Do you want to play nighttime, daytime? No, I've got it on Xbox.
The BBC One Wild Kingdom with voices. There's like a heron who covers nighttime, daytime, nighttime. They're so funny.
This is like
It's a deep.
Honey Badger.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yes, yeah, it's up there with Honey Badger.
Steve,
I know that one. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So So I don't know what time of day it is. You
Well, when would you want to find her? Like, so you start doing your spite reading.
because I'm learning out of spite, and I have to show her what I've learned
Otherwise,
Okay, so what we'll say is like the sun's just set and she's setting things up. The stars aren't quite out yet, but she's back by the helm and setting up her equipment.
Okay, great. So we go, Captain Enkai, we need to talk to her.
Okay.
Okay, so, Naren, hello, hi.
Yes.
Yes,
Ephemeral.
okay.
Hello.
There are some things in here that you...
Did you read it finally?
Yes, I read it. I can read.
Well, you were in possession of those notes for some time and didn't read them?
I read them once upon a while ago.
Hmm.
But you know what?
But you didn't comprehend them then?
Burn. I think that's funny.
what I like the most about this is Megan can play a character that's full on insulting Immeral. Really fun.
Yeah.
Continue.
I comprehended it fine. I didn't draw any conclusions because I had missing bits of information that you finally were kind enough to condescendingly tell me about.
Okay.
So you know what? I have a thought.
Congratulations.
I'm just gonna hype man this whole thing.
An idea about some potential dangers we might be facing in the fact that, you know, the Great Divide happened and things needed to be in perfect balance lest all of these things in the outer plane would get a foothold in the material world, all right? And you said that the abyssal planet is out of alignment, and combine that with the fact that we've had rotten spores taking over everything, you know, the Rot Queen, and also the fact that Paylor's minions are all like trying to create, stop that, and the Paylor's minions are trying to create a new monolithic religion that would have enough influence to bring about Paylor onto the material plane, and I think that all of this is related.
Is that really possible?
It's that
Theoretically. Theoretically, yes.
And so now we're seeing crossover of great creatures who are trying to take over the material plane. We've seen rot zombies, okay, with rot zombies, with rats, and like brain glowy things, and big brain glowy things that control them. And we've also seen that rot taking over entire jungles and towns. And Paylor's they're really annoying, by the way.
I've met a few, yes, they're dogged.
And wait a minute, hold on, there's more. Because they gathered our friend who they call the Star Child. And
Yes, that's their prophet.
right. And then there's a planet out of alignment, that's all the balance. And so the planes are getting thinner. Is anyone else having weird dreams? Is anyone having weird dreams? That's not helpful. Thanks, Sven. Y'all don't see is Sven's in the camera going, So, yeah, Naren.
I'm just picturing that Sven is like a crewman who
by coincidence, whenever in my home campaigns I've DM'd and my players have pulled the knight card from the deck of many things, their 4th level knights were always named Sven. Then became our Patsy. But anyway, but yeah, so I'm holding the notes indignantly towards Naren, and like I figured this out, and that's the planes are getting thinner, and they're going to come through, and that's why we're seeing Rot from like the Demon Queen of Rot, and that's why the abyssal thingy planet is out of alignment and Paylor's gathering all of his minions.
So the Pelorians are getting ready to fight the Abyss. That would be on brand, right?
Brandy is everything.
They're branding lots of things. We're hearing they're burning things, but we got it. There's a balance, right? And we can't have Paylor be the god.
No, the other ones need to be in alignment with them, which
Right, but
is important.
The Pelorians are bringing it out of balance, which if I read this correctly, threatens the balance even more.
Yes, it could destabilize things greatly.
So
So what you're saying is you think this anomaly that struck the planet that is tied somehow to the abyss out of alignment has weakened it in a way and weakened the veil, allowing for the Queen of Rot to come through.
That's what I said.
Interesting theory. You do seem to have a brain within your head.
Well, what do we do about it? If this is happening...
The veiled insult.
Well, I just study things.
Really? Well, Aaron's about to get kicked off this boat.
So basically, hold on. I want to be clear about things. You spend your time studying and not coming up with any ideas of your own, whereas me, the quote-unquote stupid one, just spent a while trying to put an idea and your idea together to create new ones. And I'm the uneducated one?
You're the stupid one.
Well, you have experiences with things and have been seeing things. I've been studying the stars. Now, I have been charting this and can predict that within the next year, where the alignment's going to come is it will bring it within the closest it's going to be to our plane of existence.
So all of this is going to be really close to our plane of existence and things can break on through.
If I were waiting for a proper time to break on through, I would...
Someone had to say it.
I would want to be at a time when it took the least amount of energy to get the most amount of effect to come out. Okay. And when the material plane is as close as it's going to be to the abyssal plane, that would make the most sense, wouldn't it?
That would, right, obviously.
Naturally. Of course.
And so that's going to be happening sometime within the next year. This is why I've been plotting the planet, because it is moving at a different speed than it has normally. The two anomalies that have knocked it out of its alignment have changed its speed and its trajectory. Trying to predict with accuracy when and where that alignment's going to happen is what I'm doing now.
So when will you know this?
We'll say like 3 or 4 days outside. How specific of a time are you looking to have?
As specific as possible, because I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this could result in the destruction of the world, maybe even multiple worlds.
Within an hour.
I could get you the month in another few days, get it down to within the week. If I'm allowed to continue to study on a ship, because that is where the light is the best, and I'm not, unless I'm getting attacked by pirates and disrupted all the time.
I smell foreshadowing.
Where I can do the best research. So you leave me for a few months, I can probably get you to the day, perhaps even within the hour.
Okay. We've got 2 weeks.
At this point, you're only a couple days outside of Jericho. Once you get to Jericho, it's going to be about another 3 or 4 weeks to get to where Baeridin is from.
You have 4 weeks. Well, you have 3 days. Well, she's not leaving at Jericho. She's not allowed to get off the ship. We're sailing to where Baron's going.
You got 3 days of good study time, and then you got like a week of not so great study time, but then you got more study time.
Well, excellent. We're going to a port.
We are going to a port, yes.
Wonderful. I'm going to need supplies. I will make a list. Who will go shopping for me? Excellent. You 3.
That was a poor choice, Darren.
The elf seems to want to prove that he's useful, so he'll do well.
He's more useful than he looks.
I like shore leave.
I'm going to go meet the Lizard Queen.
Who's the Lizard Queen?
I am the Lizard Queen.
What?
I am the Walrus.
You!
Those reference.
Captain Enkai, perhaps you should be the one to do my shopping.
No. We will have Lena do it. Give your list to Lena.
All right. Yes, Lena's very competent.
Wait, so we're not going shopping?
No. Let's leave
Oh,
it.
apparently we're incontinent.
Well, not yet. Give us 3 more days till we reach land.
That was good. That was good. I want to tell Proteus about the visions because he told me to come talk to him if I had any more visions.
All right. So you find him like he's doing some minor repairs on a part of the ship.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can I follow Enkai?
Sure.
I want to talk to Enkai, but I'm also curious about Enkai from my vision dream sequence. So I want to be curious about Enkai and see who Enkai is talking to. I'm not sneaky, but I'm going to be a little bit in the shadows on this.
All right. Roll a stealth check.
Should I roll a perception check?
Sure.
Okay. +0.
Oh, maybe I don't need to.
5.
Gragnold's following you.
Okay. Okay.
He's holding a finger up in front of his face to hide himself.
He's doing his own theme music, Emperor's New Groove, isn't he?
Oh, goodness. I lean into Proteus's ear and I whisper, I've had some more visions. Can we go talk about it?
Of course.
And I see
he sees Gragnold back there. He's like, your girlfriend followed you.
He's fine. He's fine.
Should we invite him over?
No, it's no. I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
Anybody ever sure what he's doing?
I just was stumbling down here with you.
Hey!
And thought maybe we should talk about our visions.
Oh, friend? Visions, huh? Have you been having visions?
I just assumed you were.
That's a strange assumption. I was actually about to have a conversation with Proteus here, but we can talk after. Oh!
Hello?
It might be nice to talk to
Proteus.
Proteus. Hey, Proteus.
Have you met Gragnold?
Yes, a couple of times.
It's hard to remember. It's almost like someone else was looking through my eyes.
And Gragnold, just so you know, Proteus is an elf druid. He's older though, and you can see that he's getting up there for an elf. His hair's gone pretty much all white, and he does have like laugh lines around his face and smile lines and stuff.
Oh, Proteus. You're so joking.
Oh, Gragnold. Nice to meet you again.
Yes, you too. So we're talking about our visions, what we're tied to.
That's not quite what we were talking about, but if you want to talk about that.
No, I'll let you go first.
I was just talking to Proteus about the winds.
Okay. I'm not very good at this. Small talk.
Proteus kind of looks. I think he wants to talk to you, Ishka. I'll find you later.
Okay.
And he steps up and walks off.
Bye, Proteus.
Are you okay, Gragnold?
I'm a bit worried about you, Enkai.
How come?
Because I had a vision.
Oh, you had a vision?
Yes, I get them occasionally when I touch my tooth in the middle of the night. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't want to hear about those visions.
Sorry, should have said my bones. Sorry. Sorry,
Enkai turns purple.
Listen, I thought of you when I so listen, I saw you when I closed my eyes after stroke. Nope. Complicated.
Oh, Gragnold.
Mostly, I hear voices in my head. Nope. Okay.
Let's start again. You had a vision. Was it in your dream?
It's
Yes.
So I sometimes hear people talk to me in my head at night, mostly because I'm the avatar of the Moonfang clan. And I thought, what's going on with my friends? Who's glowing and who's not glowing? Who's got strings tied to him? And I saw you had some strings tied to you. And I'm just curious what that's about.
I don't know what you mean.
It's a metaphor.
For what?
What are you attached to? What's pulling you? And if I was going to try to be wise, and I'm not very smart, but I am pretty wise, I'd say it's important to remember to be tied to yourself, not to something else, because you are important.
You're important too, Gragnold.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I've got lots of things tying me to lots of things, and it's important sometimes to remember to tie to myself. But you should remember the same thing too. What's pulling at you, Enkai?
I don't really know what you mean. What's pulling at me?
I think you do.
Oh, the moment of truth. I gotta lie to Greg.
Let's go. Let's move off the deck.
Oh, I figured you guys were down below.
Oh,
Somewhere.
are we already down below? Oh, are we alone?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we get into a staring contest for a minute. And
Baeridin and I do this.
and then Enkai breaks, and her eyes well up, and she grabs Gragnold by the shoulders, and she says, "Something is happening." And I don't know.
Something is happening or nothing is happening?
Something is happening.
Oh, okay, thank you. I wasn't sure.
And I don't know what it is, but I think it's dark and evil.
Is it happening inside you?
Yes.
Hmm.
And it's powerful.
What's
And I think even she's crying. She's real upset.
What's happening?
I have this power, or someone's trying to give me power. I don't really know. But it's really dark.
Is it making you do things?
Yes.
Losing control?
Only when I'm asleep.
That happens to me sometimes too.
In the same way?
Not exactly. But I sometimes feel confused. Not sure where I belong, who I should be helping and who I should be not helping.
I feel like it's pulling me away from who I am.
So you need to remember who you are.
I know who I am.
But you're being pulled away from who you are.
Yes.
Where are you being pulled?
Under the water.
Well, you are from the water.
But not from under the water.
Down where it's hotter?
I used to have a friend named Sebastian. No. Yes, but it's not that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it's powerful.
Are you able to talk about it with anyone?
I told Proteus knows. He's concerned.
That's why you came down here to talk to Proteus.
That is why I came down here to talk to
I saw that one.
Yes.
That's why I'm here.
Yes.
Cat's out of the bag.
Well, I trust you, Gragnold.
Thank you, Enkai.
And I'm part of the Ghost Fang clan now.
I'm a little bit worried about you.
Well, I'm a little bit worried about me.
Well, if there's anything I can do, remember that we're here together, and we're all lost in our own way, Ghost Fang.
True.
So just remember, you're not alone. We can be lost together.
Well, if you see me getting pulled under, you'll pull me out, right?
Gragnold's gonna grab a piece of rope out of his bag and tie a piece of it and cut a piece of it so it's like about this long, and then hand it to Enkai. This is for you to remember. We're here for you.
I think that. So Enkai has never had a family, right? She's just kind of a wanderer, and that's really touching. So I think that she's gonna take it and close her eyes and then just hug Gragnold, just like the kind where it's this is awkward. Maybe you should let go, but no, she's not. She's just gonna hug her.
Gragnold doesn't have any sense for what's awkward.
Oh, good. Okay.
By the way, just so you're aware, Rachel, that's how they got Immeral too.
The rope? Is this a trick?
They collect strays.
No. All right. So I think that Enkai and Gragnold now don't tell the others.
I'm not good at keeping secrets.
No.
We've traveled together for long enough for you to know that.
Gragnold, I think whatever this is, it's really strong and powerful, and by giving it a voice, we give it more power. I think it's better if you don't tell.
I think sometimes if you shine a light on something, it becomes smaller.
Well, I've shown a light on it to you, and you have dawn, and there's no brighter light than that.
I think that's a metaphor, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because dawn's not that bright.
Just pretty bright. And the Underdark is very bright.
No offense, Dawn.
Yeah.
It's not
None
the bright
taken.
quality of the light. Not sure if that makes sense, but you get my metaphor.
Yes.
We're here together. And when you're feeling like you're going under, remember, you got a rope.
I will. Thank you. I'll put it in my jacket. Yeah. By my heart.
Yeah, so you can make a friendship bracelet out of it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I do. All right, that's a good idea. I'm going to tie it around my wrist.
All right.
I imagine we're still hugging right now.
Oh, still, obviously. I'm tying it while we're hugging.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, does Gragnold do the bat packs every now and then?
No, this is one of the things Gragnold just will hug until someone lets go. It's a, Ghost Fang thing.
I would say I hug for at least 4.5 minutes.
No.
45 minutes? 4.5 minutes.
Oh, I mean, just saying. Shorter, whatever. 4 to 5 minutes is fine too.
And Enkai, I'll say the next 3 nights before you arrive in Jericho, your dreams are your own.
Mm. Oh. Aww. Power of friendship.
All right. So, you all have been hearing me coughing, so I'm going to be able to go for a little while longer, but I am going to stop us a little bit
I
early
think you should.
tonight.
It's okay.
Because we're kind of getting to a good ending point.
Yeah.
So you guys eventually, after a total of 3 weeks at sea, reach the port of Jericho.
Can I make one request for something that happens on the ship?
Yeah.
Can I have Immeral teach Gragnold how to juggle? Just a little bit.
Sure.
It just feels like the thing that would be a great way to spend some time.
Yes, it would.
I just want to have
Immeral would love to teach Gragnold how to juggle.
maybe my sleight of hand when juggling has a different proficiency than my regular sleight of hand. For whatever that could possibly happen.
Well,
limes, I'm just picturing that I have to do something with these limes besides just stare at them and cut them out.
so I'll say that Emerald, give me an intelligence roll.
Oh God!
Don't make me roll
Teaching
intelligence.
instead of doing.
Just
Yeah.
a straight, not a saving, but a straight.
Not
roll.
a saving, just a straight roll.
Crap.
Remember, those who can't do, teach. Those who can't teach him.
I got a 16 with a +0.
Hey, all right. So, not by the time you guys reach Jericho, but certainly by the time the voyage is over, I will say Gragnold gets proficiency in juggling.
Nice.
I can learn things.
And be taught.
Thank you,
We
Megan.
we start slowly. We start just by throwing one up in the air.
Yeah.
And tossing one from the other, and then eventually we go to 3 limes where when you toss one up in the air from the hand that's holding 2, it's like a gate. It's like a goal that you got to throw the other one through. And
I'm doing it.
every time you throw the lime from the one that has 2, it's like a goal. You toss the other one through.
Look at me, Baeridin.
You're doing it!
I'm doing it. Catch this. You should have you too. The next time we're on a 3-week.
I almost caught one of them.
You almost caught one.
All right, so you guys get into the port of Jericho. It is not an unfamiliar sight for you, Enkai. For you guys, you never saw this part of the city. You didn't make as soon as you teleported in. You basically went to the outer part of the city. You never came down towards the docks. They are bustling. There's parts where there's ships kind of coming and going. There's a series of people using flags and small illusionary magic to signal ships coming in. The message spell is actually used pretty frequently to help make sure the ships don't hit each other and to bring around. There is a small, as you guys are getting in closer, a small boat is actually brought out, and a official from the harbor master is brought on board, and this kind of stares, just state your business.
Resupply.
Sorry.
Pirating.
No. Really? Resupply.
How many days do you think you'll need?
15.
2 or 3. 2.
2 days. All right. We'll have. You see him pull out this wire and kind of hold it up to his mouth and speak some words into it. Are you offloading any cargo or anything, or just?
We have a small ship to sell while we're here, but other than that, we're just picking up.
All right. You have the papers work in order and everything for the ship. I'm going to look it all over. I'm assuming that you have somebody on the ship who does forgery and all of that.
Oh yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Slip. Yeah, he stays on board and directs you into your slip. And there are customs people who come and do a quick check, but you guys don't have anything in your holds, in your old hats at this. But you also know, better to say only a couple of days to get out. Most of the crew is pretty eager. Jericho being such a big city, it's a desirable port to offload. The ship is eventually sold. You figure, with as nice as it is and everything, it was probably worth upwards of 15,000 GP. But the person who's buying it recognizes the family that it's from, and is kind of giving you all a look, and it's like, I know whose ship this is. They're going to want it back.
Do I overhear this?
Would Enkai take Immeral along? Well,
I don't think I would take him along, but he might be there. It wouldn't prevent him from coming along.
I'll give you 10.
But wait, hold on. This is a family member. We're just brokering the deal. We've got one of their family members selling the ship right now. We can prove it.
I am the family member.
He's funny, isn't he? No, we've seriously got one of their. We've got the family selling it.
That was the setup.
This is. We're just brokering the deal. This is totally above water.
That's a metaphor.
Well, then prove it and bring this family member here.
No, it's fine. 10 is fine. I sell the ship.
All
I don't want to
right.
bring her off the boat.
For $5,000.
It's worth a shot.
I'm the richest pirate on the sea.
And you really don't think she would immediately be like, well, yes, they stole my boat, but I've been...
Yeah, I know. yeah. Don't sell my boat. It's my boat.
Yeah.
No, we would just have her answer the question that we ask exactly.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She's totally up for taking direction.
Yes or no? Is it? Are we allowed to sell your boat?
No.
No.
My
Yeah,
boat.
exactly. Yeah.
And I shook her back out.
So you have 10,000 GP. You'll need to spend some of that, of course, to resupply the ship, pay your crew,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. But
Get new crew.
some new crew members. But I'd like for you guys to be thinking about what you would want to do in Jericho. You'll have a couple days to go shopping, get supplies. I have a cat
Keep an eye on
flying
these
out my
two.
window.
No question. I'm keeping an eye on these two.
Baird wants to buy a puppet that looks like.
I just want to kiss the ground.
like a sock puppet.
I think we do need to take a trip to the local art gallery to see if we can sell some paintings.
Oh God! All right, prep an art gallery.
To see if they've heard of Lord Baeridin.
Baird will also get, in support of that, a beret hat.
All right,
And
hat
a
shopping.
Which I don't think the pipe fits, but Baeridin thinks it does, and makes him look distinguished.
This is not a pipe.
A bubble pipe.
A bubble pipe.
He's delightfully eccentric, Lord Baeridin.
I think Enkai wants to go shopping and buy her Ghost Fang Clan friends some, like, waterproof boots and maybe, like, a new jacket or something, because they're on the ship now and they're not dressed for it. She wants to make sure that they're comfortable.
Awesome. And I will remind you guys that one of Crispy's children does have one of the businesses here.
Oh, donuts are going to happen.
Oh, we gotta go visit. Wait, please tell me it's a donut shop.
Yeah, this is where you first got to taste
Krispy Kreme.
those Crispy's creams. Yep.
We've never been here before, though.
Well, we did the teleport circle here
It was the very first.
way long ago.
It was the very first city that we went to that we then teleported to the jungle.
Yeah. No, you were past that city on your way around. Jericho is where you came back to.
Oh.
Moonlight Mountains.
Is Jericho where we did the dinosaur races and everything like that?
No, that was Bamboo.
Okay, I got rich there.
Yeah. But because I'm starting to lose my voice, we're going to have to end here tonight. I'm sorry, guys, but I went as long as I could.
No, you need to go lay down and have some tea.
Almost all the way.
Here's what I'm applauding, Megan. Self-care.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm going to applaud you guys. It only took 2 years of planting clues for you guys to start tying things together.
Yay!
Yay!
We're the worst players ever.
It was in character.
It
We're
was.
the worst characters ever.
Let's pop back over to chat and say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
My cat is pawing at my door.
What's up, Mikhail ADD?
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody.
Here.
Mikhail, we do have your stuff. I have to send things out. No, I don't. I have shipping department. Shipping department's in South Africa right now.
Oh.
As soon as
Who's in South Africa?
The shipping department.
Who's
My
the
ship-
shipping department?
one of the founders of Geeks Like Us, John Anslow.
I thought that was you.
It was.
It was, and I fired myself
Okay.
because I'm the worst at shipping.
South Africa. I did my study abroad in South Africa in college. I love South Africa.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey,
I was without. Maybe it was Ryan. That's why I was gonna.
Oh.
Yeah. Michaelad, did you DM your address to us, by the way? I didn't see that. If you go like us, Twitter is probably the best way to DM us your address. So if you have that, or you can DM it on here to us. Don't put it in the chat. That's your address.
Hey, Obo Crazy, I know you're a fan of Friday's Tea Shop. My wife happens to be making candles, scented candles to go and sell at Friday's Tea Shop.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Not sponsored.
Oh, that place is so good.
It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
So she's making geek-themed scented candles.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have one in my bathroom.
Mm,
One of the
what is
favorite ones that I really
scent?
like is
It
is
smells.
called Tea Earl Grey Hot.
I got that reference.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty great.
I need to go by there and get some more of her tea. It's so good.
It is spectacular. She does
Such
amazing.
good tea.
Also, I like the glitter teas.
Wait, there's glitter tea?
Yeah, with edible glitter.
I have not tried those.
I wish to have this in my life.
They're amazing.
I saw edible glitter in the homebrew store the other day for beer.
I can
That
make
also
glitter
sounds
beer.
amazing.
Mm-hmm. I thought maybe it would be a fun thing.
I feel like if edible glitter ever makes its way into this house, my kids will always be eating it.
Okay, you know what? I'm making glitter beer just for you two.
I will have some glitter beer.
I would love that.
I will.
Does glitter beer go? No, glitter beer can't go in the salt, or big glitter can't go in the salty Dabney.
No,
Ooh.
he's not
I
sparkly.
don't know why you couldn't get a good goza.
We need to. Okay, no. What we need to do are cocktails. So one of them is called the Sparkles.
Oh, that
And it-
Oh, yeah.
I can make
Yeah.
that.
That will have glitter.
Needs to
I
be
feel like
pink.
it needs to be like a coconut based.
yes.
No. Here's what I think the sparkles would be. So it's actually really similar to a cocktail that's made at Pat O'Connor's in New Orleans, where they actually take rainbow colored liquors of varying density and they layer them into an actual rainbow color
Oh, yeah.
in the glass. So it takes grenadine. It
Oh,
takes,
wow.
I think, banana
It
liqueur.
actually becomes a layered.
No, it was limoncello.
That's better.
Grenadine. It's oh,
A floater of glitter.
yeah. You just
With
do
the glitter.
rainbow floaters all on top of each other.
I like it.
I think Baeridin would get a drink called the Bear Claw, and it would mostly be a White Russian.
Okay.
Yum.
I think that sounds great.
With like burnt marshmallow on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to make a drink I called the Clifford, and it was a Greyhound made with ginger vodka.
Oh.
Ooh.
It was called the Clifford because the first four letters are NaCl, which is salt.
Yeah.
And it was a salty dog, but it was a salty red dog. Hence Clifford, the big red dog.
Nice.
Clifford, salty big red dog, salty Greyhound. It was brilliant.
Mm.
I love it. All right. I'm about to lose my voice completely,
Bye.
so I do have to say goodnight, guys.
Good
Thank you. We'll be
night.
back.
Thank you.
We are going to have a game in December. We have to schedule it, but we will be back too. And hopefully that will finish up the leg at sea. So
Oh my gosh.
What?
That'll be our sea legs.
You will have your sea legs.
thank you, everybody, so much. We love
Thank
you. all.
you.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Go have some tea.